Wallace B. Jefferson has twice made history in Texas. First, when Governor Rick Perry appointed him as the first African-American justice to the Supreme Court of Texas, and once again when he was promoted to Chief Justice. He has served as president of the Conference of Chief Justices, an association of Chief Justices from the 50 U.S. states and territories.
Well, I think the Chief Justice is like a conductor, of a symphony. Everyone already knows the music, they know their roles, but you've got to have somebody making sure there's a certain rhythm, a cadence. And so part of my role is to make sure that people are playing loudly enough, that everybody is being heard. And when we disagree, it's a fight, it's a civil fight, but it is a contest of ideas.
In the mid-1980s, while Jefferson was a law student at UT, he and his father uncovered the story of his great-great-great-grandfather, Shedrick Willis, who had served 2 terms on the Waco City Council. Through their research, the pair also discovered that before the Civil War, he had been a slave and was owned by a judge.
It was sobering, because it just kind of brought you back, not that far back in history, to a time where, people like me could be sold, and bought. So on the one hand, that's very ugly period in our history. But the other way to look at it is that is recent history. And we have overcome that in this short period of time. It kind of makes me proud to be an American.
Before he turned 35, Jefferson successfully argued 2 cases before the United States Supreme Court. During one of those cases, he sought advice from a mentor at UT.
It involved an allegation of excessive force by a police officer. And this was not long after Rodney King, so it was still in the nation's consciousness. And so it turned out to be a big case. And I started getting nervous. Am I prepared to do this? Who could prepare me better? And I thought, Charles Allen Wright. And so I wrote him a letter. And he wrote back within a few days saying, of course I remember you. I'd be happy to help, and just send me the briefs and we'll get started. He could have, like some professors do, charged. This was a paying client that I had. But the last sentence in the letter, I think, explains it all. He said, I'm proud of you.
His advice to the next generation of legal minds is simple.
Attempt to be excellent every day. Every day you come to work, try to do the best job that you possibly can. And people notice that you're doing that. And if you do it consistently, then they start to come for you for advice, and they'll hire you. That's what I would say. And I even think that's more important than thinking about a long-term goal. I think it's more important to have the discipline of daily excellence, because if you have that, doors are going to open that you never even knew were there.
For his groundbreaking achievements and bringing honor to our university, we proudly present Chief Justice Wallace B. Jefferson, the 2013 Distinguished Alumnus Award.